Sean from Laugo Arms, and this is another New Products Weekly video. The first product I wanted to talk about today is the Laugo Arms Alien. Laugo Arms has done a great job taking an unconventional approach to the handgun and ultimately creating a product that is truly a joy to shoot. So one of the distinguishing features about the Laugo Alien that you're going to notice right away is going to be its extremely low bore axis, something that you're not used to seeing. The bore typically on our normal handguns that we're used to holding, you know, the barrel is going to be up here a lot higher, but with the Laugo, the barrel is actually going to be recessed right into here. So we got the barrel nice and low, which means that when I've got that good strong grip on there, that bore axis is pretty much in line with my index finger right there, which creates a shooting impulse, a recoil impulse that is completely different. After shooting this retro the other day, Thomas had asked me, hey, what did that feel like to you? And like, what was your first impressions on that? And I had to think about it for a second. And the best way that I could come up with kind of describing how it felt was every time that this gun went off, I was feeling the gun push into my hand far more than I was feeling the gun trying to flip up, which we usually see with that higher bore axis. So it's kind of a really cool feeling. It was different at first. It took me a second to kind of get used to how it felt, but overall it ended up being really enjoyable to shoot because of that. The Laugo Aliens are going to give you a 4.8-inch barrel with, again, that really low bore axis sitting at approximately 0.07 inches, so sitting nice and low. With it, what's also unique is going to be this rail right across the top. So on this retro, it's a little bit different than the other lines of Aliens. The other lines of Aliens, like the full kit here or the performance with a threaded barrel, this rail across the top here is actually fixed, and the sights for the iron sight rail are fixed to that rail, so when you're shooting and that slide is moving back and forth, those sights are staying perfectly flat on that rail. What's really cool is it's super interchangeable. So with the full kit that you get here, you can actually pop this pin out right here, pull this out, this top rail, and put in the top rail that is already red dot mounted. When you buy the full kit, you get the Laugo Arms red dot, and they're set up there. That allows you to quickly interchange iron sights versus red dot, and then you're also holding those zeros a whole lot easier. You're not having to, you know, put a red dot on and then quickly re-zero, because it's literally held zero based on this rail mounting. So it provides something that's unique and really cool. Now the reason why it's a little bit different from this performance edition here, the difference between the performance kits and the retro is simply in the competitive world, running the optic where the red dot is stuck to that rail and it's not reciprocating with the slide, that was posing a problem when it comes to like putting them into a class and things like that. So Alien ended up creating a system here where the red dot is still mounted to the slide. So every time that you're shooting, that red dot is moving with that slide, which made the Aliens able to, you know, use in the competitive world. So that's going to be a little bit different. Now, when I was shooting the other day, I was shooting this retro. So it didn't recoil much. It was a pretty flat shooter, but I could only imagine if I'm shooting that performance where the red dot is completely stationary on that rail on the top, I'm going to have a whole lot less weight going back when the slide's moving. So just kind of that extra weight on the top, that mass, that would be a lot flatter shooter gun than what I'm used to shooting with this retro. So that would be kind of a joy to be able to shoot one of those eventually. So another one of the really enjoyable aspects about the Alien is it does come already with a adjustable 4.5 pound trigger, which starts at a 4.5. You can adjust it how you want, but it's a very, very clean amount of pull. When you're putting that pressure back on that trigger, you're not feeling like a graininess, you're not feeling a whole lot of travel. It's just very, very, very smooth, and then it releases. That reset, again, is pretty clean. Comes out, it's a nice quiet click. From there, I'm gonna get that nice straight back pull. So really nice trigger to shoot with. It was allowing me to put down some pretty awesome splits, as well as just really focusing on having really awesome shots. So another really cool feature about the Laugo Aliens. So regardless if you're getting the retro edition where the optic is mounted to the slide itself, or if you're getting the performance where the optics are mounted to the rail, you're still going to be getting 17 round magazines. The retro gives you two 17 round magazines. The performance full kit is going to give you three 17 round magazines. And like I said, the performance full kit's also going to be giving you the rail that's going to have the optic on it, and then the rail that has the iron sight so that you can interchange that. The full kit's also going to get you a Laugo Arms Kydex holster, as well as their quick fast adjustment and fast detach system here for the holster, and a full cleaning kit. You're getting some CLPs with it, as well as their little snap cap that they got. And that comes in all of those kits, but the full kit's just giving you a little bit of, it's giving you everything actually. So really fun gun to shoot. I enjoyed shooting it the other day. It shot really accurate. That recoil impulse was a joy to shoot. And you know, it has really good weight to it. I prefer a nice heavy gun, and these have a pretty good weight to them. It's pretty substantial, and overall an awesome setup and a weird unconventional handgun. If you're interested in checking out the full line of Aliens that we carry, head over to our website and go ahead and check them out. The next product I want to talk about comes from JMac Customs. It's their line of AK furniture. So JMac Customs wanted to send us some of their stuff so we can deck out a few of our AKs, and we did. We took their furniture and we threw it on two of the Riley Defense. One is going to be the Riley Defense P SF, as well as Riley Defense P, and the Kalashnikov KR103 SF SX. What JMac Customs has brought us is a handguard that's going to be all M-lock all the way on both sides, as well as M-lock on the bottom, so it offers us different attachment options. JMac Customs also offers us this retainer cover QD sling mount, which has a nice little bevel on the end and it's a little bit of grip, so it still allows you to get a really good purchase on that handguard. Additionally, we're going to be getting the JMac folding stock, as well as their folding stock attachment on the back side, and their JMac custom gas tube as well. So if you want to take a look at any of these AKs online, please jump onto our website and you'll be able to take a look at the different setups and configurations that we have between our Riley Defense and our Kalashnikov KR103. The next product I want to talk about is the Holosun 507 Competition red dot sight for pistols. Now this 507 comp offers a much bigger window than any of the Holosun optics that they previously come out with. And some people say that it's very comparable to the Trijicon SRO. And in overall size, I could see where that can play. One of the really cool things about this competition dot, the 507 comp, the competition reticle system, what it offers is 4 components. Those 4 components is a precision 2 MOA dot, as well as an 8 MOA circle, a 20 MOA circle, and a 32 MOA circle. You're able to take those combinations and switch them around depending on how you want to do it by adjusting the reticle through the minus button, holding it down, and it'll cycle through those different options. So you can kind of fine tune and get whatever kind of aiming system that you want to use when you're competing. So that's kind of a nice little feature to have. You're not just a dot or a circle dot only, whatever it is. You've got all these different reticles to play with and find what you like. It offers 6 daylight power settings for brightness level, as well as 2 night vision settings as well. It is parallax free, 50,000 battery or 50,000 hour battery life, and comes in a red dot and a green dot. Now I was able to shoot this the other day, and it is a green dot, which I prefer myself. Red, just with my astigmatism, red kind of gets blown out, green's a little bit brighter, easier to pick up, and my eyes don't seem to distort it as much, so I prefer the green dot itself. During the drills that we were shooting at the range, multiple targets, transitions, things like that, it was very clear that the big window was a benefit. I'm used to running more of like the 407C on this gun. This is my personal daily carry and one that I kind of use to compete with in the tactical games. And using that smaller window, which at the time was a good size window, it was clear that I got very used to seeing that in that very small window straight up and down. And with this big one, man, it felt like I had so much more vision without the optic body kind of blocking what I'm seeing and everything. So it was just kind of cool. You'll have to check it out yourself to kind of see what I'm talking about. Overall, it was really fun to use. It was nice to use as well. And I could see it being very beneficial in the competition world. Now, one thing that I would like to take into consideration or bring to people's attention is simply the window itself, that lens, is much larger, right? It's much larger than most dots, as well as it's square. So one thing that I noticed when I put this into my holster for concealed carry is that if I'm standing completely normal, I actually end up getting a little bit of that dot sticking out. It's just protruding versus the dots that I'm used to being a little bit more rounded. I never ended up seeing that. So again, keep in mind that this dot is kind of designed for the competition world. And with that being said, those little things aren't kind of taken into consideration in the design. So if you plan on using this for a carry, cool, just make sure it fits with your setup and it works well with you. I think it would be a great dot for that. The next product I want to talk about comes from Night Hawk Customs, and it's their Heinie long slide. This long slide is a beautiful gun. Big old long barrel, 6-inch DLC. It's going to be coming with all the things that we love about Nighthawk, being ambidextrous, safety. We're going to be getting that double stack. We're going to be getting the Nighthawk grip, the Nighthawk craftsmanship, you know, the one gunsmith working on it. The super smooth slide. I mean, that slide is ridiculously smooth. We're getting Trigicon iron sights, as well as we got a mounting system on the bottom for a light if we need it. This gun, I wish I could shoot, because I can only imagine this thing shoots like a dream. Coming from Nighthawk, being 6-inch, absolutely awesome. It does come with two 17-round magazines and just an awesome little package. And it's optic ready if you want to throw a red dot on there. Hopefully someday I'll get to shoot one of these. Thank you for joining us for another New Products Weekly. Please take some time to like and subscribe. And if you want to check out any of the products that we talked about today or any additional products, please jump onto our website. And if you want this beautiful Nighthawk Heinie long slide, jump on the website and get it before I do. We'll see you later.